Okay, now how do I go on, find the comments section? So I go to live
Stream
here.
public.
That's the previous one. Oh no, maybe that's the new one. Yeah, it's the new one. Previous one. Maybe that's the new one.
There we go. Okay.
That's such a freaking time delay. Hey, can you also go make the mom? What is she eating? Okay, so sorry folks if anybody's joining in. I am using a different software here and just trying to patch it out and for practice. Anybody's joining in, I am using a different software here and just trying to patch it out. Sorry, practice. Oh, and there is nobody watching because the person watching is me right here. Oh, and there is nobody watching because the person watching is me right here. So freaky. Okay. I can't have this right next to it because it doesn't work.
That works.
What if I turn it down? Okay, if I turn it down, maybe. Just try it. Can I rename it while it's going? So, hey, if there's anybody here, one, I would love to see your hello in the chat, if I can figure out this chat. And I would also appreciate if you would be willing to tell me where you're writing in from, or what part of the world. Are you nighttime, daytime? What is it for you? It's technically light out, but it is also technically our nighttime. I don't know, our schedule's all over the place right now. Please say hello in the chat. And also say where you were coming from. Ideally, I would dialogue with people. Oh, and you know what? Something else I would really appreciate is if somebody tells me what is the... so there are people saying hi. Okay, so Cade Noctis. What is an interesting name? First trivia question. What breed of dog is Scooby-Doo? Scooby-Doo. I should know the answer to that question. I'm sorry, I don't. How am I doing today? Well, today I am hoping to figure out how to be of service in more ways than one. I am, if you don't know if you're reading the scroll, but I am caring for an elderly grandmama 24 hours, 7 days a week. And basically, Kiddo and I are her memory banks. I'm the main person. Kiddo is off doing other projects. But we are here. Is a Great Dane. Cool. Do you have a Great Dane? So something I would love for people to do I would love to know if you had $1 million, what were the let me not forget if you had $1 million. If I was your magic genie and I could grant you 5 wishes, or 10 wishes, let's start with 5. If I could grant you 5 wishes, what would your top 5 wishes be? So that's the idea I had last night for a live, is to put in there and say, hey, that question. What are 3 primary colors? You know, I'm really horrible at trivia questions, so Brielle said this. So Judah, you make a claim that you love me, and what makes you decide that? Like, how do you decide? Yeah, I mean, you've just met me. You've never met me before. So, do you love everybody? Is this just a infinite? You're a cosmos of love and a fountain of love, and you're sharing love with every single person that's on the chat. So, seriously, like, I really want to know, if you could have 5 wishes come true, what would the 5 wishes, or 3? What is 3 wishes? Something that you like you want your car fixed, or you want your house paid off, or you want a scholarship to some class, or there's some bill that you want paid. What are the top 5 wishes if you had a genie that could wish anything that you could have? That's what I'm curious. Wow, people are a lot more active right now than they are at other times of the day. That is way cool. Okay, I really, really want to know, what time of day is it where you are? I'm pretty sure you were getting all the men in your younger years. You know, I kind of feel like I'm getting more men now in my older years, but that's probably because I'm more available now. I don't know. I find it actually absolutely sickeningly ridiculous I'm 50 years old and I'm getting hit on constantly by people asking me out to dinner and trying to take me away from my family, which I cannot do right now. I have to be around mom 24 hours, 7 days a week. And I find it really annoying that people are saying, oh, I'm attracted to you. Let me have sex with you. Let me have dinner with you. Let me hang out with you. Let me spend time with you. But they're not attracted enough to be respectful of my wishes of being like, well, if you really are interested with me, come hang out with me and my family all together, and or pay for my time. Don't just pay for a dinner just for you and me when I need to pay for everybody and my whole family and the bills and all this other stuff. I don't like being approached. I don't like the inconsistency of people saying that they're attracted and they want my attention, but they're not attracted enough to care about my well-being or my family's being or my actual wishes or desires. They see an attractive smile, or they see me giving them attention and love and cheer. When I'm in person, I'm usually very positive and look people in the eye for a really long time, and we give hugs to strangers and people, and we're just very loving people. And I don't know, people are like, oh, and they think that I'm giving them a special attention, I guess, to them. And it's like, no, this is what we do for everyone, and this is, I don't know. It's just the inconsistency of being attracted to somebody but not enough to care about what they want. Just what their own attraction, like, I guess they want that stare on them at dinner for themselves or something. I don't know. It's confusing for me to explain how and why it frustrates me. Ooh, somebody retracted a message. Why did they retract the message? I want to know what the actual messages were. Well, that sucks. What is America's first word? Yeah, I'm not going to answer a single trivia question because when I get asked trivia questions, my mind goes blank. So I have, one, I have massive ADHD. Two, I have massive panic and anxiety. Three, I literally freeze up when people ask me questions or try to test me, or it's just like my brain goes for. I actually got diagnosed in school that it was a disability. I actually got a disability permit so that I never had to take time tests, because there is something about a time test or when I'm put on the spot and I'm asked questions like that where I'm just like, no clue, and my brain freezes and I can't answer a question. And when I got the disability, my grades literally went up. In some cases 2 letters, and in some cases just 1 letter. But the idea was that I'm one of those, the deers that freeze or flight or flight syndrome, and I just get stuck right there, and I'm the deer in the headlights. I can't move. That's my type of guy. Tall, short, blonde, Latin, black. What shoes signals do you give when you're attracted to someone? When I'm attracted to someone, first of all, it takes days, months. For me to be attracted to someone, I'd have to see them treating my family and myself with utmost acceptance and patience, and a willingness to pay for my time. So I've gotten a little obsessive about this frustration with people trying to date people and saying, give me attention. And they're willing to pay $100 dinner for them, to take them out to dinner, but they're not willing to give them the $100 straight for them to pay their bills, to help keep them afloat and surviving. So back in the day, I didn't need much money, so I never went out to dinner with people. I always said, if you want to spend a dinner with me, you'd always have to come. I'm one of those people who have to come with me and my family. The cultures where they have to have the uncle or the father present to go on a date with them, or in the old days with courtships where you had to go and have your whole family around. And that's the mindset I come from, that if you want to spend time with me alone, you have to be willing for my family to be around. Like right now, you're actually not spending time with just me. You got a kiddo in the background saying hi, and Mom, who I should really go check on in a minute. Actually, you know what? I'm going to pause this for a second. Hey, Mom, what are you doing right now? What are you eating? What are you eating? So I have to constantly check on her. And why are you sitting on a bed talking to strangers?
Why are you sitting on a bed talking to us?
Yeah. So I am trying to let people know of our service. This is my cheap way of advertising our rent-a-family service, that I believe that there is just an infinite amount of loneliness out there in the world. Ridiculously so. Like, it's insane to me how much loneliness there's. And although I am caring for Mom full time, like, I have to be available to her. Like, she asks a question, I have to be there. And it's just a service that I feel like, she raised me up, she took care of me, and now it's roles reversed. She's in the time in her life when she needs somebody watching out for her and keeping her safe and answering her questions and being her memory, and that is what I'm good at. So I'm, of the family members, the one that have the mental. My sister could do it too, I'm sure, but she likes teaching, and she's a teacher, so that's really cool. We also like to teach. We do have a service where if you would like to learn about gardening or want to have your own garden, we can do that, and we can teach you also about microscopes. Anything you want to learn about microscopes or anything you want to learn about your soil, we're your people. But I believe also that on the side, something that I have a talent at is helping people feel connected. Now, it kind of feels weird this way when I'm just talking to people through a text. I'm much better at it when I'm talking to people in person, or if you're on a Zoom call with me, or if you're actually in town and you want to meet in person, or even the phone calls. We have a pay-by-the-minute phone number because I want people to have a way of accessing me in a way that I feel safe, and to prevent stalking of people who just take up my time, I got myself a pay-by-minute number so people can actually talk to me, and I actually get paid for my time. And so this is kind of getting paid for my time in that it's free advertisement. It's free organic advertisement out there. So for me, to answer KrinEtEagle's question about what kind of guy do I like, I thought it's personality. It has to do not with looks, but with what can they, how patient they could be. Some what? Oh, you want more cottage cheese?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, cottage cheese.
Do you remember eating that?
No, but it looks like it would be something very good.
Yeah.
Tasty.
Yeah. We'll
Cottage
get some more.
Huh?
We'll get some more.
Okay, very good.
I love you.
Thank you.
So I do have to turn around periodically and answer questions and be available. And in the meantime, I have a few minutes here and there to share some loving and see how I can be of service to anyone out there, and letting you know that there is this way of contacting us through Zoom. If you are feeling lonely, if you're feeling sad, I want people to feel connected. And you know those 1-900 numbers that existed back in the day where people are like, ooh, call this lady and she'll make you feel whatever. Well, that's essentially what the 1-800 number is, a chance for people to have somebody to talk to. I am not a therapist, not at all, don't even claim to be one. I like to think of myself as a healer, but I mean, I suppose that's debatable of whether I can heal somebody. And I used to have this belief system when I was younger. When I was younger, I refused to accept money for the healing things that I do because I was terrified that if I accepted money that God would take away the gift of being able to heal people. And it turns out that it wasn't some God-given gift. It's just scientifically that people are devoid of touch, and apparently just looking somebody in the eye produces oxytocin, which is very healing for people. So and I'd like to be able to help people feel safe to be themselves. And so I wanted to put myself out there of saying, hey, I'm available to help you feel safe to be yourself and celebrated for who you are and loved for who you are. And just, I want to do that for other people. So that's why I'm on here. Let's look at these questions. Yeah, I think it might be better just to do single small ads. So I have another channel that's a body mind listening channel, and on there we practice body mind listening techniques. Probably should focus on doing that right now, since there's nobody on here anyways. I'm going, or I could just take a nap. Or I could go attend to Mom. The question is, Eagle, would you see it if somebody came on here and said hi to us? Oh, try to do a dragon pose. Stretch open the back. Ooh, look, my hair looks like a genie. Oh, slide out. Ow. What you doing, Mama? Yeah? Should I brush my hair?
Brush your hair?
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe I know what I should do. Since no one's chatting anyways, I should just do a meditation. And just sit down and meditate. Oh. Do exercise. Well, there is meditation exercises and there's actual exercises. And yes, I should probably go and what kind of exercises do you like to do, Malay Kumar? That's a really long name. Malay Kumar Paul. What kind of exercises? What's your favorite exercise ever? Do you like pull-ups, stretches, acrobatics? Like at the gym, like everybody, not everybody, people tend to have favorites that they like to do. For mine, it's raising my arms over my head and stretching. Because when I was a massage therapist, I was always so impressed by how few people can do that. It's mind-boggling to me. Keep this closed up. So if you are joining us in the chat, nobody seems to do this request, but I really do admire people who like to cooperate. I really do appreciate people who like to cooperate and letting me know where you are from and what your top 3 biggest wishes would be if I was your magic genie and could grant you any wish. Because you don't know, for all you know, I could be of some beautiful billionaire. And, or when I do become a beautiful billionaire, I could grant you one of those 3 wishes. So, if you ever have wishes and somebody asks you what you wish for, you should definitely put out into the universe what it is that you wish for. To get you out of your head. See, I believe that in your head it's pretty beautiful, so I would be more curious to know what are the thoughts that you're trying to get away from, and what I could do is help you reframe your thoughts. Because if you feel trapped in a thought that's scaring you, I would love to take on the challenge of going, well, how can we rephrase that thought or turn that thought around or test to see if that thought is really a true thought. And you'll excuse me for a minute because I need to answer a question from my beautiful mama. Let's
thought you needed to remember to order something.
Yes, we will have this before.
It's empty.
Yes. Can you go put that back in the kitchen for me?
Are you sure?
Yes. You want me to keep it here?
Yeah, it's easy
Okay.
to remember.
I will do that. I will keep it there and so I can remember. You want to say hi to everyone? Say hi.
How's everybody? I
Yeah.
hope you're okay. Oh, wow. Okay, we'll see you later then. I'm cooking right now.
Oh, really? What are you cooking? Are we cooking something right now?
Well, not completely done. Just getting started. I got that information for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were you planning on cooking?
Well, I saw that first, and I thought I'd bring it to you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And
I'll remember
that's
that.
empty.
Yeah.
The other one is over there.
Yeah. Was another one like that?
I don't know. I think this is it. But I think I would like you to order.
Yes. When we get
Sounds
the
like
next
a
grocery
good
supply.
thing to have.
Huh?
Sounds like it's a good one
Yes.
to have.
It's always very healthy.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I love you, Mama.
Oh, I love you both.
Thank you.
I really want you to help me going to the,
Yes, I know.
you know what place?
Yes, all the different places we need to go to. There are a lot of different places we need to go to. A lot of errands we need to do.
Place that we can clean and sweep.
I've been told that I need to give you a big hug. Do you want to come over here and get a big hug from me? You're actually getting a big hug from, it's a what? 420. Does that mean you spoke a lot of 420 stuff?
What's that?
It's a person that's chatting to us online. So do you see all those little white words right there? Those are
well, I
people who are
can't quite-
chatting to us.
I can't quite read them from this distance.
All right.
Yeah, it's my daughter. Woohoo!
Yay!
Yay! Oh, yeah. We're getting ready to cook something.
Yeah, what are you
Well,
cooking?
not yet, but to get into things and see which one goes first or which ones we should not and which we keep later or whatever. Okay?
Okay.
But I'll need your help afterwards.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, I might sleep outside instead.
That sounds like good too. So if you do have any senior citizens around, make sure you give them lots of hugs. Even if they're just your neighbor, like go over to your neighbor and and give the people in your neighborhood hugs.
Yes, enough money.
I don't know if you guys can hear her. I run circles. I have ADHD and ADD. You know what? So do we. We have a lot of that too. We have our brain goes. Love to share it with you. So it's what we do have a number that scrolls across the screen, and we also have it's a pay the minute number. You do have to have your debit card approved beforehand though for $150, and then. But we also do Zoom calls with people, so if if you're serious that you would like to chat about it, we do have the ability to do so. It does require where you make a donation to help us pay the bills. But we do offer that one-on-one, just hang out with our family time, and that is actually one of the main services. I call it my oxytocin service, because one of the things, several things that help you feel a dose of oxytocin. One is getting hugged by people. And if you ever do meet us in person and are willing to pay the higher rates, then we give big, bear family hugs, like to whoever visits us when they arrive and when they leave, big bear family hug. And I thought about doing a hug service where I was being a professional hugger, but I actually have a lot of sensitivities, I guess, or skin sensitivities, or I actually cannot handle being touched by other people. It's really strange. I can heal other people through touch, but it's very rare that I can accept touch from other people. It's kind of hard to explain. I mean, there are some cases where I can, when a person's been a friend for a very long time, if I trust them, if I believe that they care about our well-being, and if I feel safe and secure, then maybe they can touch my shoulders, but that's about as far as it can go. I can never be sexually intimate with anyone ever again because just these, they call it a sensory processing disorder, whatever. Just sensitive. Let's see. Hi, Daniel. Nice to meet you. Blue Ridge Mountain. Do we know where that is? Oops, sorry.
Daniel.
Daniel is the person who asked me to give you an extra hug. Play some puzzles, good for the mind. Yes.
Yes, Daniel.
Well, you know, but that thing is that you have to like puzzles, and like Mom used to like puzzles. We used to have where we had so most people on here probably don't know our story. We used to live in a house that we had for over 55 years, was in our family, and long story short, somehow we lost it, and this whole escapade with my ex, and I buy house, and but we once used to have big puzzles, a big place for her to do puzzles. So they are good. We find other things. So one of the things we learned, actually, it's really great for senior citizens, is cooking. Like, you're supposed to have them help you, even if it's just simple tasks. Like, we have her spread the peanut butter on tortillas or the bread or whatever, or helping chop up, or just helping participate in some form or another. Something that has really kept her alive is just going out and sweeping. I mean, she broke her back many years ago, and because she had dementia, she'd forgotten that she had the accident, and so she just got up and she started sweeping again, and they told us that she was not going to be able to move around, and 3 weeks later she was moving around as if she had never had an accident. So show us the puppies. I don't know what that means.
I want to go visit the big building over there.
Yours targeted for cannabis. Just existing. Oh, this all happened 3 years ago. Mom and Dad, makers. Virginia. Oh, if you are in a house, Daniel, one of the wonderful things you get to do, and this is what we so miss our house for, is if you like gardening, if there's any chance that you like gardening, we'd love to help you, if you don't like gardening or if you don't know how to garden, sit there and holding your hand of...
You can help us here first.
Well, he lives in Virginia, so it's a little hard for him to help us here do the garden, but... one of the things that we want to see, we started a nonprofit, and then unfortunately the person who helped us start the nonprofit
Went away.
Yeah, they disappeared. It's a complicated story, but maybe it was part of a scam that helped us leave the house. It's just...
Did you learn something from it?
Did I learn something from it? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think I learned anything from it. So you're starting a cannabis company. Like that legal in Virginia? And here in Texas, we have to have all kinds of paperwork, and it's crazy, and it's just a little insane for, I looked at all that paperwork and I was like, no, I'll stick to regular gardening because I don't want to deal with the paperwork. I come with a team. My team is my kiddo who's doing the techie stuff, and he's actually trying to learn all the back end stuff instead of using the services from other companies, he's going to create his whole brand new thing, and right now he's working on a microscope guide, so if any of you guys are interested in microscopes, he is creating this guide of the best kind of microscope to get. For plants per house. 4 plants per house. I have no idea what that means.
Oh, that's the maximum that they're allowed.
They're only allowed 4 plants?
4 cannabis plants per household. Yeah, it's reasonable. I mean, the point is you can't have a business. The point is you can grow it.
You can still have a business with 4 plants, you just don't smoke it yourself.
Also, I never actually commentate about how you can just grow them sideways.
Yeah, exactly.
You just grow them sideways and get like 8
yeah.
plants.
So a friend of ours in the soil community, we actually help rejuvenate soil, and we're part of this whole community that rejuvenates soil. So a lot of people in there are part of the cannabis world. Yeah, and so I don't know if you've ever seen this with a tomato. This is something I really, next time we have an opportunity to have a garden again, I really want to do this with the tomato plant, and I've always heard with tomato plants that you're supposed to bury them deep, but what I had seen was this person who just flipped the tomato plant over on its side and then covered it in dirt, and then a whole bunch of shoots come up. So you have this super amazing root system in the tomato plants. Plus, you have this one tomato plant growing up a whole bunch of things, and the same thing can be done with cannabis, apparently. So we have some friends who that's what they do to bypass the 4 plants per house system, is that they lean it over and the offshoots grow, but it's still one plant, technically. And I don't know how strict they are about these kinds of things, but. Solar hits with solar hits. What's a solar hit with a microscope? Trade up to 1 ounce. Only trade up to 1 ounce. Yes, but who's to stop the next person from selling, right? I don't know. And actually the bartering system, we really encourage the bartering system. It doesn't pay the bills, unfortunately, which really sucks, but that is actually how I used to charge for all the massages and the body listening sessions was, and I still actually do. I mean, we have one person who actually doesn't, it's just a family friend, but they barter our time for the food, and another person who's bartering our time for helping out with some storage thing that we're, long story, can't share all of it right now, but yeah, bartering, I really highly recommend bartering. Instead of smoking the plant, you put it to good use of bartering for what you would have to pay for. Oh, one more comment. Uses the microscope with the sun and burn the flowers like an ant.
Huh.
Are you sure you're talking about microscopes and not talking about like a what is it?
Telescope?
Not a telescope, but like what do you call the thing that when you were looking? Magnifying glass. I think you're thinking of a magnifying glass. That's what you used to do with. You take the magnifying glass and burn the ants that way. I didn't do that. I don't think that's nice thing to do. But
No, Angie decided.
have IG. It's a what? Laugh out. That's it. Laugh out loud. That's the air conditioner you hear?
Huh?
That's the air conditioner?
Was that it?
Yeah. It's like Texas here, so dry, drought, so if you want to water all day, it's up to you. So, yeah, if you have drought conditions, I highly recommend checking out our Facebook page. It's called Houston Hugelkultur and other low water gardening styles, or low water what? Nina? Low water something. I don't know the whole title, but if you just type in Houston Hugelkultur into Facebook, it teaches you techniques of how to have plants without having water. In fact, if you learn anything about hugelkultur is really great, because if you can find the right wood and build it big enough, you never have to water ever again. Like, there's just so many cases of people who build a hugelkultur pile and they don't need a watering system. And my favorite story was this farm that they were like, okay, we're gonna do all of our rows like hugelkultur, and here in Texas we have hurricanes, and so there's two interesting things that happen in a hurricane. One, when the hurricane comes, everything floods, and then after the hurricane you have this massive drought. But this guy had these hugelkultur things. So what hugelkultur is wood, old wood, that you use to soak up the water. And then it releases it doesn't even release it, the roots find the spongy wood masses and then suck up the water from the sponges, basically. It's basically like having sponges underground. And so the story goes where we had Hurricane Harvey come through, and his land was on the most lowest part of the world, of the farms around him, and he should have been the most flooded. And everybody else had like 2 or 3 feet of water, 4 feet of water some places. But his land barely had a few inches. And everybody was like, well, where'd all your water go? Well, what had happened is that all of his hugelkultur rows had sucked up that water. Following the hurricane, as normal, there was this big drought for 3 months, and everybody's having this big water crisis, and Texas was like, you couldn't have water, and you had a limited amount of water what you could use. And this guy didn't even have to turn on a hose for the entire next 3 months because it was all soaked up by the, oh, wow. Oh, you put the Houston hook. I thought somebody else did that. I was like, oh, that's so cool. No, yeah. My kiddo just put up the Houston hugelkultur page for Facebook because you should really learn about it, especially if you ever live in a place where there's not much water. But, yeah, it's great stuff. It sucks up that water, and it also creates compost and fungi and fertilizer. It's like a self-fertilizing, microbe-sufficient, beautiful space for your plants. You can't go wrong with it. And even like the teacher that I had, they're from the original teacher I learned from. I was a permaculture teacher, and I remember he was like, "Oh no, you can't do it in the tropics because it decomposes too fast." Well, okay, agreeably, in the south, in the tropics, it does decompose a little faster than in the dry areas, but it's so worth it. Like, just put some more logs in there occasionally instead of every 5 to 10 years, it's every 2 to 3 years or 4 years. It just means you just do it more often. Speaking your language, yes. That's cool. I like it. We love, really should do a gardening channel one, but we don't feel really like doing the gardening channel lives inside. It seems more like something you would want to do outside, which we aren't next to a garden right now, unfortunately. But yeah, no, if you would like to talk with us about gardening stuff, we could talk. In fact, we do. We sit there and we have a soil community that we talk about gardening stuff for somewhere between 2 to 3 to 7 hours at a time with these people, and they never run out of things to say. Of course, they're not always talking about gardening, but I'd say 70% of the time we actually are talking about soil and gardens and all the kinds of neat things that are in the soil, which, yeah, that's actually more kiddo's language. I go, ooh, interesting little blob, but he knows all the names. Yeah, I would love a donation for you to talk to us. Yes, that would help pay the bills because, and it's not like I only want money because, there's somebody who offered us money for something and I won't give it to them, so I won't accept their money. But I have limits of what the things that I like to do for money are to help people feel, yay, connected. Not necessarily physically. I'm not a physical person. I'm just a mental person and an emotional person and love connecting cerebrally and emotionally and cheering you on and accepting you and appreciating you for everything that you are, because y'all are all so special. If y'all are on here listening to me, I think y'all are just incredible people. I have a garden you can have. Yeah, unfortunately, the garden I want, your garden is in Virginia, and the garden I am very, very picky. I want to save the land. I want to go out. My dream is to earn enough to be able to go back and buy the land that we lost, because land owned by my family is so important to me. And most people don't get it. They're like, it's just land. And I'm like, well, no, it's land that has history with my family. And my goal is to one day become a rich billionaire and go back and get all that land and then convert it into these little oasi that teach people how to have urban gardens in the city and urban food forests in particular. So before we lost the garden, if you go and check out our other YouTube channel, Hoping for a Garden, unfortunately the website's down because I don't have the money to pay for the website, but the YouTube channel is still around, and you can see little pictures. We had this beautiful food forest inside the city, and that is my goal, to teach people how to do food forests inside the city. So if you check out that channel, we have a lot of channels. I don't know if our KrinEtEagle webpage is working right now, but if it is, there's actually a page that lists all the different YouTube channels that we have, which is a lot. So, because we teach everything from body mind listening to gardening to just enjoying, loving your body, loving the garden, loving connection to the universe. Okay, so if you wanted to know how to reach us, that thing that's scrolling by does have the our PayPal or our Cash App, and that is, so instead of doing an email list where people are like sending in me their email into like a little MailChimp or those other little things that collect your emails, the way I know if a person's really serious, if they actually really want to keep in touch, is to make a donation, even if it's just $1 with the email address, and then we give them our private email. Or you can also do the phone number if you want to spend the money of pay by the minute. But if you think that you're going to be a long-term friend of ours, then I highly recommend doing the Cash App or PayPal, sending us, because they have a little section in the notes section where you can provide your email, or Telegram, or text, or however you feel most comfortable keeping in touch with people. Yeah. So, and the more donation you make, the more serious we know that you are of keeping in touch with us. If you can't grow it, I will grow it for you, and you can teach me how to grow. Definitely would love to teach you anything that we know. We love sharing just our minds and being like, here's all the knowledge that we've accumulated over the last, we've been doing it for a while. Yeah. I lost track of how many years we've been experimenting with the garden and soil and all that stuff. Okay, so you don't need to do the call, the PayPal, so don't want to call and put a credit card. That I totally relate to that. So then the next recommendation would be to do the PayPal or Cash App. That would probably be the next fastest way of reaching us. The slower way of reaching us is whether or not you, what's the phrase? My Facebook pages. We have, several Facebook pages, and theoretically you could contact us through that for free. It might be half a year before I notice that you sent us a message. I've had literally, I only check that, once in a great blue moon, and it doesn't send me a notice that you sent me a message there. But in theory, sometime within the next 3 years, I would check the Facebook account and go, oh, look, so-and-so wrote to us. We can send them a hello. So that is a free way of reaching us. It's no guarantee that I will actually get back to you in the next... I know Twitter, on Twitter there's also stuff. So if you go to the KrinEtEagle... Does the KrinEtEagle page have... Yeah... I don't know if I've updated that page enough that has our contact on Twitter and Instagram and all that stuff. But definitely you just said $1 to Cash App or PayPal.
We'll go to my lots and we'll grow more.
We're going to grow more stuff. What would you like to grow? What's the top thing you want to grow, Mama?
Edible plants.
Edible plants. You actually have to be careful when you say the word edible plants, because they're edibles is actually a slang word for a drug that exists out there. sister, we have so much in common.
Instead of that name.
How many acres do you need to... how many acres is the piece of land that I want to save and get back? Oh, it's tiny. It's a quarter of an acre. It's this little tiny lot in the middle of the city, and it's way too expensive. So when we lost the house, the ex wanted $700,000 for it. And at the time, if we'd had enough, we could have bought it from him for $400,000, $300,000, something like that. I think that's how much he ended up getting. The long story is we lost our share in the whole escapade to try to save the house. Fell for a scam that ended up losing the house. It's a really sad story. Just like, don't even go there. But yeah, it's a quarter acre. It's very small. But what my specialty is in, or our specialty, I mean, I suppose Kiddo could help you with if you had a lot of acres, but our specialty is in urban gardening and food forest style. So instead of growing out, we grow up. And the whole idea is food forest, you have multiple layers of food from your tall oak trees, even your mango trees are kind of old, tall. For where you are in Virginia, you're a little more limited in what you can grow over there because you have snow, and that wipes out most of your tropical plants. Down where we are, well, we're starting to get freezes too. In fact, it was so sad, we had a 40-year-old orange tree, produced lots of oranges, and we had a freeze. It was a world record freeze, and whoop, that was goner. But the idea is to grow your tall nut trees to your fruit trees to your fruit bushes to your herb plants to your roots to your underground mushrooms and vines that grow through the whole thing, and the water systems, and there's a whole world that you can do in a small space. I mean, they have actually proven that you can live, I don't recommend doing this, but you could, in theory, live self-sustainably. Was it a quarter acre that German guy did?
So,
yeah.
You do not need much space at all.
Yeah, you don't need much space to grow.
You know you're there.
I don't recommend that. I kind of think that people shouldn't strive for self-sustainability. I think that people should strive for growing the things that they know and work best in their garden, and then trades. I believe in trade. You can have all your money. Well, those are words. He was saying that I can have all his money, and that's how serious you are. Well, there's speaking the talk, or talk the talk, or walk the talk.
Talk the talk and walk the
walk the talk.
Talk the talk and walk the walk.
I don't think that's how it goes. I think it's walk the talk.
It's talk the walk. Talk the talk. He can talk the talk, but could he walk the walk? Very good.
However the idiom goes, it's the idea
Most
of
people like.
it's like when people say they love me, and I never believe when they love me. If somebody says that they love me and all they've seen is my smile and my good side and my happy side and my loving them and accepting them and pure, yeah, of course they love me when I'm being all nice to them. The question isn't whether a person can love me when I'm being all nice and cheerful and happy. The question is whether or not a person can love me when I'm having my tantrum and I'm rude and I have my verbally abusive moments. I have learned a lot in how not to do that. Kiddo and Mom have taught me a lot about managing my tantrums when I'm upset. But yeah, so when people say things, and and then there's my ex who said he loved me for 20 years and then one day said it was all a lie. So it's words are words, actions say something else. Cooperation.
Pumpkin seeds.
I'd love to start a food forest community in 20 acres. Are you about it? Well, I am all about helping and encouraging you to do your 20 acres. You want pumpkin seeds?
It's the new product.
We're going to grow pumpkin seeds?
Yes.
All right. Do you know how hard squashes are to grow? I lost my train of thought. Whenever I talk to her, I always lose my train of thought. It was from a comment he'd said. community, food forest community, 20 acres. Yeah, so I'm all about encouraging you to do it. I am Houston bound, and because the land that I want to save is my family's land, and it's not much. Like, I think, so there's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different places that are connected to my family that I want to save. And all together, if you add it all up, it's still, are the little tiny, tiny ones in Fifth Ward, are they less than a quarter of an acre? Are they an eighth of an acre?
Yeah,
Eighth of an acre. So there are 3 little eighth of an acre spots that my family once lived in back when they moved to Houston, and 2 other acres. So it's still just about an acre, even though there's 5 different places. It's still only about an acre's worth of land that I want to convert. But for 20 acres, that's not quite my specialty in terms of a lot of space. But I do have, we know permaculture, so we can give you ideas and share the knowledge that we have about how to integrate it. And with 20 acres, you want to do rotational grazing with your animals. You want to have you need animals to restore the land, to restore the dirt on there, and also water. You want to make it so with 20 acres, you can make it so that the land provides its own water. You don't ever need to get water from elsewhere, because even if it's flat land, and I don't think Virginia is completely flat, is it? It's a little bit easier when you have sloped land of making it. So I just saw, if the person to really watch is Andrew Millison. Millison, yeah. Millison? Millison. Andrew Millison, yeah. His YouTube videos are very inspirational for making sure that the water is zigzagged and earthworks and getting in there so that the that's actually what I'm really good at. I'm really good at directing people to resources that help them. But yeah, we'd be happy to help consult and look at your land and give you our opinions and our ideas of how to make it so that the water is self-sufficient and stuff like that. Ooh. You'd like to see what my meltdowns are. No, I'm rude. I mean, I like to rant and rave. I thought you just had some pumpkin seeds. Yeah, but I'm still hungry. What's next? Do we give her? Alright, what's the suggestion we give Mom next? We've given her a bowl of cereal. We've given her a quesadilla with mushrooms and cheese. Given her nuts. Another bowl of cereal. It's good to give her. I have lots of actions. I need somebody to help with this. I have lots of actions. I need somebody to help out put these actions into actions, because it's hard to self-motivate, like you said. Oh, so I'm actually watching in terms of self-motivation, I'm actually listening to this lecture on value systems. And so if one really truly understands what they value, that all of a sudden it becomes much easier to motivate, because you're doing what you value anyways, and you're doing what you would do anyways. So it's learning about what you value and what you don't value. And when you really value something, you end up going out of your way to overcome hurdles. It's no longer about discipline. It's no longer about motivation. And I love the guy who's like, I'm not a motivational speaker. I'm a person who teaches you and helps you to become aligned with what you value, you yourself value. And so I'm going to listen to his lectures, and maybe that'll help me help you go after what it is you actually value and what you really want to go after. And so it's not about motivating yourself. It's just about doing what you want to do anyways. It's okay to go give her another hug. I wish I could hug my mom. I felt like I stressed her out and she had a heart attack. But one day we were just outside and she just fell over, and I tried to revive her, but she was just looking at me and just wasn't breathing. Oh, well, it's really sad. I called 911. It was like 10 minutes before anybody showed up. It was a complete nightmare. Yeah, that's probably how we're going to lose Mom when she goes. She'll be out in the garden. But that's where she wants to die, so, it'll be... That's where my prayer is, if she gets to go out in the garden. Because that's where she feels happy. I would hate for her to have to die here. Just wasn't breathing. Need someone like you to help me get out of the spunk that I am in. We'll donate to you, just have to reach out to me. I'll leave my phone number. I have Instagram, Facebook, and that's a telephone number is all I can give you. Now we have mountains here. Come visit me. Casa, apple banana, blueberries, good for the mind. Yes, I don't know about bananas necessarily, but definitely apples and blueberries. So, Daniel, I do have one issue is that right now I don't have a lot of time. So outside of these Facebook Lives or things that I do publicly, in terms of private time, that is a requirement that I do have it where I am paid for that time. Any private time I give to people, I do need to pay the bills, and I don't have a lot of energy myself. So, I mean, you are welcome to, if you're into soil and gardening, you are welcome to join the soil and gardening community that we are part of. If you want my particular motivation and discussion outside of this, or live Zooms or live communities, we do have we're going to start some community chats where we have a whole bunch of people on Zoom together, and you can be part of that. And I think that one would be like $10 or something a month. But I gotta pay the bills, so I can't do it for free. So if you're looking just to chat with me for free on the side, I am not in the position where I'm able to comfortably offer that to people right now, because it takes a lot out of me to interact with people privately. So okay, well, awesome. So again, if you do have the money, then send me your phone number via the PayPal or the Cash App. That way I know that you're serious. And you don't have to send a lot. But the only way I know that people are actually serious about offering money is when they either supply the credit card on the pay per minute thing, or they show in some form that they are willing to donate the money. Or because I have so often, I can't tell you the number of people, like when I first started switching over and transitioning from being a therapist, from giving away massages for free to when I was temporarily an actual massage therapist, like the number of people who claimed they would pay, and they would pay after. If I could have the amount of money that from all those people who said that they would pay later, or that they wish they could pay me for my time but they can't, then and I know it's for your word, so, but the way I know for your word is that you provide the way beforehand. It is no more, you know, it's fool me once, how does the phrase go? Shame on me.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
Yeah, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And then when it's been like, you know, the 100th time, then I finally just had to get through my system that I charge beforehand. And yeah, I now charge like, so at the moment of the, like, that's the reason why I like the pay per minute, because it's at the moment of the phone call, and it's actually where the person, that one you actually get charged afterwards, when you provide the credit card, and you get where your credit card sees if you're qualified, if you actually have $100 in your account, and then how many minutes you were on there then gets charged to your credit card. You should never, by the way, don't send your number here. Even if no one is here right now, there are people who on this YouTube will see your phone number, because the whole chat is not private later on when I post because the YouTube, even though it's live right now, they charge fees and stuff. So every credit card, every way of paying, like there is not a single way of paying that does not charge. Oh yes, there is a way. Well, no, even that. So GoFundMe and Give, Send, Go, you don't have to pay fees. You can donate to a person on there. So there's Give, Send, Go / Hoping for a Garden. I don't know if you can leave a note, though, of saying what your contact information is on there. I think maybe the GoFundMe has where you can do a note, but every way of sending money to people, except Eagle did say Zelle works, where you can donate directly. But again, you'd have to figure out how to contact me. I guess you could do it through one of the Facebook channels. But no, do not post your number here. Never post your number or your email publicly, because that's the best way to get scam. Like, there are crawlers, web crawlers out there that will just go and they'll just soak up your phone number and your email and spam you with kajoots. They can actually read the chat when you replay the feed on the computer. You can't do it on the phone. So yeah, it's like on the phone when I go to the lives, I'm like, where's my chat? Where's the chat? And no, if you go to the computer, you can see people's, you can see the whole chat for somebody. So do not post that number here. It's not safe for you. And I don't want you to ever do something that's not safe for you. So the question, Daniel, I would ask is, when you pay for things, how do you pay? When you pay for things online, do you pay with a credit card? Or how do you give money to people, friends and family? No, I don't take cash, Mom. Yeah, it's like, how do you pay for something online? When you buy something online, how do you pay for that? And whatever it is that you pay for, like, let's say you prefer a Stripe or something. Can we give Stripes? Do we have that set up yet?
Not really, like on our website.
I thought we had it somewhere.
We do have.
Because we have two
Stripe
Stripe
accounts. I don't know how to
accounts.
access that, if that's your question.
Well, we should learn and find out. Patreon, also patreon.com/KEE. Let's see. Cash App? Yeah, if you have Cash App, that works too. I actually have the Cash App. It's the money sign Hoping for a Garden. I actually don't know if that one works, because but the Cash App KrinEtEagle works. You're old school. Yeah, well, even old school, there are ways. I think the old school was, well, even old school, there are still, unless you're Amish, and even the Amish have ways of using online things, so the problem is the solution. That's one of the big things that they say in permaculture. So if the problem is you don't know how to get money to me, then I don't know. Check for me, please. Here's my number. I'll type it. Oh yeah, if you could Cash App $5, then on the Cash App you just put in there's a note you can put in the notes section what your where you want me to contact you, and that's really easy. So yeah, if you'd have Cash App, it's very easy. I want to reach you, Cash App. I don't shop much. Check for me. I'm sending something. What's the app? So Cash App. Yeah, so Cash App is KrinEtEagle or Hoping for a Garden. You can try the Hoping for a Garden. I don't know which phone has my... Ouch! Okay, I've been sitting in that position way too long. Okay, let's see. Is this where I get... Which one has the Cash App on it, so I can tell? Not this one. Can you get me the other one? Hand me that phone, please. Making me move around. That's actually really good. Best thing you can do for your body. I can't believe I was sitting in that position. Yes, that's it. Hoping for a garden. Yeah, that's it. Yes, I should be. You know what? I told myself I was going to be doing, instead of sitting cross-legged, I was going to be reaching for my toes the whole time. That looks really funny on screen, though. Maybe I do it at an angle. All right, reach for my toes like that. Yes, I've determined it's my bucket list. I'm going to become flexible before I pass away in life. Like, my goal is to be able to do the fold over, you know, where they just fall right over, and also to be able to do back bend. And if I live long enough, I'd like to be able to do one of those things where you ever seen where they do the back bend and then they flip their legs over? Did I teach you to stretch? Well, you'd be learning with me. I mean, you'd be joining me on the same journey. There are several different techniques out there, and I wouldn't say one is the right one because they're all, I mean, some people say that when you stretch you should use your muscles at the same time. Other people say that you should warm up first before you stretch. I don't know which philosophy I actually believe in. Every time I do it, it's different. You know, it doesn't matter how tall you are. Oh, you should check out, there's this, what's the guy who's like all bendy and he does, no, like we've only seen a couple times that he can bend backwards and inside and out, and he didn't start off that way.
Bonetics guy?
Bonetics, yeah. Bonetics, Boneti. I don't know how to spell it. Once we're in contact with each other, then I will send you the link to this Bonetics guy. But he started off where he's like us, where he just can't reach. Well, you probably can't reach your toes if you haven't done it in a long time. I've spent the last couple of weeks getting to where I can touch my toes. But the way we started off. Okay. So is this the one that has the Cash App? Here's my Cash App. And this phone needs to be plugged in. Can you hand me the green cord, please? Yeah, so I have not received anything on Hoping for a Garden if you have sent anything on there. But yes, that is. So before you send anything, you should only send $1 just to make sure something goes through before you send anything more than that, because you never know how it is. It's a strain to touch them. Well, hey, but you just said that you can touch them. It's maybe a strain, but it's a strain for me too, by the way. It's where you start. You start from where you're at. And you know the really sad, sucky part about stretching? This is the thing that really is annoying. You can't just stretch one time and be like, oh, look, I did it. And then the next day I don't know about for you if you've ever done this, but for me, getting started is really easy. But continuing is really hard because the day after you stretch, especially if you have any trauma in your body, oh my goodness. The other day, I did a whole bunch of trauma releases. I was just doing breath work. All I did was breath work to help do this trauma release. And I was unlocking some muscles. I have a lot of problems in my right side of my body. And for the next 3 days, I was sore all over because when you release all that tension and stuff, when you're doing the trauma releases, I don't know if this is true for the somatic trauma releases, for the TRE trauma releases, but definitely happened for the breath trauma releases, where, and partly because I didn't drink enough water. I'm very horrible about drinking water. But, yeah, like the muscles they did a massive workout because when you're doing a trauma release, you're shaking a lot, and it's a big workout on your body, and your legs or your body hurts afterwards. You tried it, you lied, you can't do it. Okay, well, you can work towards it, though. And you can, right now on your phone, I don't know, are you sitting on the couch, or are you sitting on the bed, or are you sitting on a chair? Can you have access to a floor right now? Can you move from wherever you're sitting to the floor? Or you can do what I'm doing. I'm on the bed. Or the couch. Yeah, the couch is fine. Just, you sit up, you put the phone somewhere on a pillow or where you can see it, and while you're listening to me, just start leaning over, and we just kind of hang out and lean over, and, oh, nice. Yay, something got sent to us. All right, let's see. Hopefully you just send $1 just to make sure this goes through. Will it just show up, or will I get an email? You sent it for the KrinEtEagle or for the Hoping for a Garden? And how long will it take for me to see anything? Oh, and the other thing, so two things, if you are going to do any stretches for it, moving. Just moving and, oh, but they were, yeah, what I was going to say, the leaning over. So I have seen several evidences with my own eyes and also on YouTube, but like literally in person, and experienced it, where if you can release parts of your back or have somebody massage tense parts on your back, like if I were to have Eagle come over here and working on my back, and then once the knots are undone in your back, you just go flop, and it's amazing. It's incredible. You like go at least 6 inches further than you could have without it. It's really crazy. All right. I've got this right here, and I don't know. It hasn't sent anything yet. Maybe I should send myself $1. Make sure it was only $1 you sent, because is there a history thing on here? Do you know? Personal information. Hey, Eagle, could you help me, could you go online and look at it and help me see if there's a history on it?
Yeah.
I don't know about you, Daniel, but I'm starting to get a little bit hungry. But I'm going to stay on here until it goes through, or until we figure this out. So I have this thing, you know, like where, I don't know if you were here at the very beginning of this, where I was like, my mind freezes and I don't know how to do, it's waiting for you to accept. Ooh. All right, get us on there so we can find out what's going on. Go to Hoping for a Garden.
Why on the phone?
Well, because I'm staring at it and I just stare at it and I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I'm kind of old school too. I'm very computer illiterate. That's the reason why we have Eagle here, because he's the one, he's a techie and he knows how to get through. Ooh, guess what, guess what, guess what? Oh, this is so cool. Wait, hold on. Let me, okay. So, hi Daniel. And then, is that your phone number? Okay, so action required. This is so exciting. Okay, ready? And accept. And you'll use this login to Cash App. Create a Cash App pin.
1 second.
What? Hold on a second, Daniel. We're having technical errors.
You're on your Hoping for Garden, okay. So,
Yeah.
Okay, you don't have a Hoping for Garden.
Pin. Okay, so I go to accept. Okay. Okay, so go
Because
to
you have to set
accept.
up a pin, that's why it's...
Oh, I see. You set up a pin for it. Okay. Hold on a second. Let me think about a pin number that I want to use. Can I use the same pin as the other one? Probably shouldn't do that. It's probably bad, 'cause if anybody ever guesses what the other one is.
Now you just told the entire internet.
Well, no, because I might not be doing that one. I have
You
like a
should,
choice
yeah.
of like 4 different ones.
Only
These-
4.
Well. Can I
1,
change the
2,
pin?
3,
Can I change the
4,
pin later
5.
if I want to change the pin?
I don't know.
All right. Let me do the other one then.
Current time in milliseconds.
No, I have to do the original one. Can I go back? How do I go back? Okay, hold on. Back. Hold on, I want to change my
Back
pin, so you're
button.
going to have to hold on a second. I'm hitting the back button.
That's a back button.
Okay, so this one? It didn't deposit it. Ah! You just like made my day. You totally made my day. Thank you. Okay. Okay. So hey, Daniel, do you have Telegram by any chance? Like, when I text you, can I text you our Telegram account? And 2 things. So I'm going to, when this is done, it says it will be available shortly, so I have to wait for it to go through. But before I can, does it happen automatically, or? So one thing about the phone number is I don't ever answer the phone, so you have to send texts and set up a time to call, because we always have the phone on ringer on off, because you know, we never know when she's going to fall asleep and take a nap, or when I'm going to fall asleep and take a nap. And the thing that pisses me off beyond all shit is when I get woken up from a nap. So the ringer always has to be off. Unless we set up a time and then we're like, okay, well, we're expecting that phone call at that such and such time, and then we will set it up at that time.
Right now it's very bright.
Yay! No Telegram. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Not many people use Telegram. But yeah, so we'll do through text. And so I have, okay, so is it okay if I send the text to you a little bit later right now so I can stay focused on this? Because otherwise I'm going to be focused on that. But I'm so excited, Daniel. Yay! Okay. And then I can send you, when I send you the text, and say hello and the proper greeting, and just fully legit. You make me day. Yes, we'll get more of that too, Mama.
Oh,
Right, Orange Tabby wakes me up. Naps all the time. I'm learning to adapt to that. Yeah, cats and dogs do that. Our cat is, so, don't tell a hotel this, but the very first time we were here, the cat tried to pee on the bed, and well, I mean, I have never shot out of bed so fast, and it was like, no, you can't do that, because we're at this hotel, and you can't do that. So, but we've learned other techniques to make it so, to make sure that the cat doesn't do that. But the cat was very upset with us, and that was the cat's way. The cat has a new way of when it's upset with us, of how it wants to express. It doesn't pee on the bed anymore, or on things. It knows where it's supposed to pee, but it refuses to use any of those little scratch pads that we got it. So it's using, somebody donated us this little, what do you call that? Trolley cart pull carrier, and it's gonna be so sad, too embarrassed to hand that back to them and be like, I'm sorry, the cat ate your the cat ate our homework. The cat ate your trolley. Didn't eat the trolley, just slowly, like, pulling its nails out on it.
It's fine.
Oh, okay. Kiddo says it's still fine. Let's see. Orange Cabby wakes up from a nap. What's your name? You're my new best friend. Oh, we are not your only friend. There's lots of cool people. Yeah, I understand, though, that... So the way I define my friends... okay, then... Sorry if this offends you, but, like, this is how I define... This is going to offend all my friends, actually.
Why are you saying that then?
Because it's true. This is what my heart believes. And my heart believes that the people who are real friends are, one, friends to the whole family, not just me. So if you are a friend to me, you have to be a friend to the whole family, which we already know you are, because you're like, even told me to give my mom a hug, and that gives you points on there. But the other thing is people who pay for our time, like actually care. Like, we have an old family friend that's been a family friend of ours since before the divorce, and has been friends with our family, and make sure that we have food on the table every couple weeks. Sometimes they're only leave it to once a month. But, I mean, it's that idea that the people who actually care and friends will make sure you have the transportation and the food and the pay for the bills and keep you alive, and in return you give them lots of hugs and loves and say, yay, thank you for being our friend and for being a family friend, and celebrate people. I celebrate everyone. I do celebrate everyone, even the people who are monsters, but you know, because we're all of us have monsters inside of us, every single one of us. But you know, some people are more easier to get along with. I live a hermit life. You have no idea. Actually, you know, I do have an idea, because I have often said that if we were, for a while there, especially, yeah, for a while there, I was thinking to myself that if we were millionaires or billionaires, I would be a complete hermit because I wouldn't need anybody. I would just go off and do my own thing and not worry about it. Because I have a lot of sound sensitivities, and it's not the sound sensitivities that would be the hermit. It's just that I was tired of people wanting our time, but not. And this is an embarrassing thing to talk about, but it's the idea of people who were trying to date me or separate us from our family. And it was just like the only people I tolerate in our life are the people who let us, our whole family, be together. And there were so many people in our life that try to... I totally relate to the concept of hell, and I go have my hermit moments, but then I also like we're doing this thing online. I love being allowed to connect to people online. It's really just so much, I don't know, it gives me a little bit of joy. That's a different way. I can connect to people online here and not have to connect physically necessarily as much, and it's a lot easier on my brain and my body. It really is. Oh, by the way, you asked me what my name is. My name is Krin, and that's Eagle, who's now helping Mom, and Mom's, we call her Aita. She's a Stella. While she still remembers her name, I guess we should use her name. But we call her Grandma or Aita. We call her Grandma a lot because, to remind her that's who she is. Because I'm afraid she's already starting to forget that. Yeah, like that was one of the hardest parts, was when she forgot that I was her daughter. And it was actually a lot of fun at the first, but it is, there are some days where it's like, I'm your daughter. Remember that, but she can't, you know. Please have no idea. I want to show you a picture of my parents. I loved hugging my mother. Oh, I'm so glad. Yes, definitely. Send when we send you our number, send us a picture of your mother and father. How long has my divorce been? A long time. It's I don't know. Really? Is it only? Wait, hold on. Wait, has it been 2 decades? No, 1 decade.
Since when?
Divorce. That's 1 decade. Yeah, 1 decade next year. Really feels longer. I don't know. About a decade, I guess. So there's 2 parts to the divorce. There was the first part where he left. Oh my God, that's probably really offensive. If he ever hears me say this, but that was really cool. No, it was really horrified. It was horrified, but it was really cool. If both can be true at the same time. No, the horrifying part was... No, I guess the divorce was horrifying, but the second part of it was when we lost the house to him, which happened when Kiddo turned 18, 19, 18, whatever. I'm glad he left because the door is open and I will shine my light on you, darling, just like you shine your light on me. Okay, that's a warning sign, so be careful to not think that you're going to get into a relationship with me, because I'm secular celibate, Daniel, and I plan on being that way probably till the day I die. I mean, like, I told myself that if I ever met a billionaire who gave me all my dreams, that I might consider to not be secular celibate for that person, but I don't know. It would take a lot to stop being. I really enjoy being secular celibate. I enjoy not having to be intimate with somebody. That's just, I take so much, I love being sensual, and I love teaching people to love their bodies, and I love playing matchmaker. But yeah, I'm not, just be clear when we start this friendship with you that I'm like the free sprite, or the fairy sprite, the genie sprite. I actually like the genie sprite, the dragon sprite, who I love celebrating people, and not in an intimate way, though. I have a good friend who's actually been very nice, good friend to us and helping us out and things. But when he gets drunk, and I love him to death, but when he gets drunk, he gets very aggressive, and I'm very strong and firm and being like, sorry, I'm not that. It's just like, I cannot handle when people try to. So one thing to note, like, love hugs, but anything more than a hug, like when people start to be a little aggressive, that makes me run for the door and like the plague. And it's not like that I want to be conditional. It's just that my body, maybe it's some trauma from the divorce, I don't know. It actually didn't occur well, it did occur after the divorce. For a year after the divorce, I didn't think I'd ever be able to massage a person ever again, because the shock and trauma from that was so. And it really wasn't the shock and trauma necessarily of my ex leaving. It was actually our friend of ours. We had a friend of the family who we actually lost a year before the divorce. Which I actually kind of blame the divorce on, because that was what kind of held the family together. But yeah, between the shock of the betrayal of these two people, it was very hard for me to be loving to people. Although I found out that I was able to still heal people, and I got back into it. But then COVID happened, and I find that just, I love listening to people's bodies, not necessarily touching people's bodies. Well, that's not entirely true either. When I do get paid for, I can't technically charge for massages, but there is a style of listening now where I can help people learn to listen to themselves, and it's really kind of cool, especially if they do trauma releases during it, because people, when they get touched, they're like, okay, I'm going on a tangent, and let me go listen and look at what you wrote. You've written a lot. Let me see, where are we? My mom's the oldest of 11 children. We already lost 3, so we have a huge family. I want to introduce you to them next June. Oh, yeah, I have to admit, big families scare me, because I still have low self-esteem, and I don't like being judged for how strange we are. It's really weird. I have no fear of being out in public, like here, but I'm really afraid of people in person. But yeah, no, we would have fun. We enjoy meeting people. I haven't done any group outings since COVID, so I don't know. I actually don't know if I can handle that. I don't know. I don't know how, yeah. I don't know. So much has changed since COVID of who and how I am, what I am like, that I don't know I don't know what to expect. And even with Mom, just, I don't know. I'm retired. I'm not a millionaire, but I don't need any, because I'm a country boy at heart. Getting ready to go live the other day just to try to connect with someone just like you. I highly recommend it. Like, it really is a great, like, I am actually like you in that I'm a hermit too. Like, when I'm not on doing these lives, I would much rather just curl up in bed and watch a show. Like, people are like, what do you like to do with your time? I'm like, honestly, right now, when I take time to myself, when I say to my family, look, I don't want time to myself, it's just like where I want my 20 minutes, and I get actually really bitchy. Like, the other day, I didn't have enough money for to pay for the Prime. I've watched Prime and Netflix, and I technically don't have enough money for the memberships, but I had to delay, like my sanity is $8 worth my sanity, and I was like, yeah, no, $8 worth my sanity of having that space that I can go to for 15-20 minutes and not have to pay attention to people. Nice to meet you. It was nice meeting you too, Daniel. Wow, I have healed. That's a good thing. I have healed? As in I have my personally self-healed, or as I heal people? I like to heal people. I love listening to you. No falling in love with healers. Got that. I'm good at the moment. Yes, I love not having to answer anybody like a boss or a manager, and I don't want to be bossed. Yeah, yeah. Another rebellious person. I love not having to answer anyone like a boss or a manager, and I don't want to be bossed. I just want to live life. That is so, yeah, that is so true. So true, man. Yeah. Like, yeah, I totally relate to that. What's really hilarious is Mom in her older age, or her dementia. Oh my gosh, yes. Yes, I had to go from being a rebellious teenager all my life, rebellious person, like both Kiddo and I are just very rebellious people, to learning how to not react when she gets that tone in her voice, and to hold our ground. My sister actually had to teach me how to hold my ground of being like, I'm going to give you your way, but not in the time frame that you want it. Like, that's what I had to keep chanting to myself with Mom. If I'm going to give Mom her way, I will. I'm always going to give her her way, but never in the time frame. I don't have that ability to give people, when somebody's bossing me around or telling me what to do, like, when they tell me to do it, I'm like, I just literally, like, my brain and my body was like, nope, sorry, even if I want to do it, I can't do it because you're bossing me around. And as soon as you stop bossing me around, I'm going to go do this thing for you. But I got to wait till you stop bossing me around, because I can't handle people bossing me around. Which is why I don't work for other people. We're trying to figure out how to work for ourselves. And me is my healing, and Eagle he's doing the, well, he's working on a lot of projects actually right now. We're like slowly putting them together in infrastructure. I'm good at the moment. Yes, I love not having to answer. Yeah. Did he just feed you something? Didn't he just feed you something? You want to get up and get it? Or are you tired? Yeah. Oh, okay. He's warming it up for you right now. Yeah. I love that Kiddo helps out. Are you just kind of sure to laugh? It's okay, just smile. Me too. Let's figure it out together. We're on the same page. Woohoo! Yay. Alright, so they are taking care of themselves and eating food. Yay! What was I going to say? Forgot what I was going to say. Oh, I was going to ask you to check in with yourself, and Daniel, I want you to do a quick check-in and check to see if you're thirsty. If you were like me, you are not drinking enough water, which I'm going to grab my water and drink it in front of you, and maybe it will inspire you to get your glass of water, because it's really healthy for you. You don't want to die of a heart attack like your mom, so just to drink fluids. I have is that a peanut or a cardamom in my water? Cardamom. Oh, okay.
I think.
I hope it's a cardamom. Yeah, it smells like a cardamom. Okay. Careful when you say that you need me in your life, because don't get obsessed, please. Unless you're going to be paying me lots and lots and lots and lots of money, and then you can get obsessed. I don't know if I should give you that kind of permission. No, don't become obsessed. We're going to help you find other people in your cool life, too, and have lots of fun and celebrating people. But anyways, if you can walk around with your phone. Are you on the phone or are you on a computer right now? I'm going to sneak a piece of Kiddo's spaghetti. Sorry.
Every Sunday.
Yeah, it's fun sneaking food.
This is very good.
Isn't it? What'd you put in hers?
Same.
What do you have in yours? Cheese and broccoli.
Questions?
My kiddo is such a blessing in my life because although I think I like to cook, or there used to be a time in my life I used to like to cook, maybe somewhere in there. I have my moments, but for the most part, I really can't stand. I couldn't handle the kitchen. For some reason, I couldn't handle the kitchen once Mom moved in. We're not at that house anymore, so I don't have that excuse. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, kiddo is in. You're on the phone. Awesome. Okay, well, you're on the phone. Get up and get yourself a glass of water. Cooked for 20 years, so I know how to put stuff on a plate. Yeah. So the thing I was really good at is leftovers. I can make leftovers into gourmet meals. Like I'm really good at conservation of stuff, and like the other day we were out of milk right now, so I had the leftover yogurt in a bowl, which was a lot of leftover yogurt that sticks to the sides, right? So and then we had some leftover cereal, so I put the leftover cereal with the leftover yogurt, and then we had some leftover nuts. Because it was the bottoms of the bags, and then I put that leftover nuts with the cereal, and then I had some fresh blueberries and some turmeric and other good stuff for the body and brain. And I then stir that all together. But I'm really good at utilizing, my ability is when we're really low on supplies, that's when I actually will start getting up and cooking, because that's where my talent lies, so I leave all the cooking normally to kiddo to keep us fed and to keep at least himself and Mom fed. I'm a little bit more picky about my meals. He used to be such a perfect, this kiddo, it's something that's really sad for me. Like, when he was 4 or 5 or 3 or 4, he could make the best salad in the world, like incredible salads. And he would be, one of those French artists or French chefs that he would meticulously make the plate adorned, and it would just be such a lovely platter that you couldn't even eat it because you were like, it's just too lovely. You can't eat the food because it's just beautiful. And then Mom came to live with us, and it went over her head, and the taste and all the effort that he put into the taste, and she would be like, it tastes awful. And we had to learn how to cook for her, which was very different than how we cook for ourselves. And now he just cooks to cook. He cooks to put the food in our belly, and that's kind of sad. But at least he does that, and then when we start to run low on supplies, then that's when I get involved, because I have the talent of getting the little bits of leftovers and somehow turning it into a gourmet meal. He's an awesome person. He says that you sound like an awesome person. Yeah, he is an awesome person. He's an it, though. You have to be okay with. He's a whole. We call him a whole. He's in touch with all of his gender sides. I'm not going to be obsessed. It's okay to like somebody that is just like you. Yes, you can do that. Definitely can do that. Yes, that's told to be garbage chef. I'm a garbage chef. Yeah. And that's how I was taught, and to turn trash into treasure. Yep. Take my life. But it's hard to do with people. Is it hard to do with people? Turning trash. I think I have a talent for there too. And I think the reason why, let's see if I can say it without emotion attached to it. I'm going to have to take a deep breath for a second, because I'm about to talk to you about say something that's emotional for me. So my ex, when he left, He one of the great things about doing these lives, it's like going to therapy because you sometimes reveal moments in your life that were hard and you have to face them and deal with the emotions right there. You can't just run away. So I definitely recommend doing these lives to meet other people, but be aware that when emotional triggers come up, then you have to like deal with the emotional trigger right then and there, which is great for the show, but it's also hard. Anyways, when my ex left, did he use the word trash? No. I don't know why. I don't know if remember now if he actually used the word trash, but he was essentially throwing us away so he could go start over again and start afresh, all over, brand new from beginning. And it felt like he was throwing away a piece of trash. So, and this is theoretically part of why I'm a pack rat, because I don't believe in trash anymore. That there isn't a single piece of trash to me that is trash. So like our wrappers, I keep all of our wrappers from our food because I absolutely love seeing all the food that we've eaten in the form of all the wrappers and just how much waste gets produced from, like, when we get to shop on our own, when we're not having somebody else shop for us. Right now we have somebody else shop for us, but when we shop on our own, we are so mindful of the amount of trash that gets produced or from the things we buy, so we buy in bulk so that there's less packaging waste. Except when we shopped at Imperfect, and I have to admit, when we shopped at Imperfect, there was a lot of... it's really crazy. I don't know if you know what Imperfect is. It's a great online store that we learned about before COVID. Like everybody else was like trying to figure out how not to shop at stores, and we shopped at this Imperfect store, which was... We've been shopping online for years. Anyways, the Imperfect, where they specialize in and not having food go to waste. So their big thing is that they shunt food that was going to go to waste, and they put it in
like apples that have blemishes, or carrots that have weird carrots, or things out of date.
Funny shaped things. I think they're called misfits now, but. Anyways, yeah, so ever since that concept of the ex seeming like he was throwing us away like trash, I'm a big, like, nothing is trash. Like, we were actually having this discussion with one of our friends where our stuff is, I don't know how much to reveal. I always have to be careful how much I reveal because my ex might just watch one of these or hunt us down because he has some stuff of his that probably got lost, for all I know, when we got kicked out of our house. We got all put in the front yard and we lost a lot of stuff. But we managed to save some stuff, but some of the stuff we saved was trash to other people's eyes, but it wasn't to me because it was history. And I'm like an archaeologist person, and so to me there is no such thing as a piece of trash because
a memory associated with every object.
Yeah, there's everything. There is no trash. It's all history. It's all data. It's all, or it's compost, or it's recyclable, or it's something. So, yeah, I am. It's funny that you call me a garbage chef because I am a garbage chef when it comes to. There is no such thing to me in garbage for objects or people or food or anything. It's all. Everything has potential, everything is a gem, everything is an opportunity, everything can be celebrated. Like, and it's like, well, if everything can be celebrated, are there things that, like, do you think it dilutes? I've heard people say, it's like, oh, do you think it dilutes how special things are if everything is special? I'm like, no, I just see special in everything. Okay, so let me go back to reading your stuff. I'm sorry, I kind of went on my own things for a while there. Well, just adds up. I'm not going to be a citizen. You participate in cannabis, and what's your view on it? So I have mixed thoughts on cannabis. I really, really, really wish I had gotten into the business in terms of I could be a multimillionaire now. Can you imagine if we got into the business right when it was, like if our garden had been a cannabis garden at the very beginning, wow, and then all we had to do was get the paperwork. Think of how cool that would be and how wealthy we would be. All the dreams we could have accomplished. So from a monetary standpoint, I think it's a great business. From a soil standpoint and a regenerative standpoint, I love the community because
they have too much money, so they can afford to do testing.
Right.
They can afford to do cool projects.
I don't know if you can hear kiddo in the background, but yeah, the cannabis industry funds.
Kind of jump-started the regenerative industry.
Do you think they jump-started it?
Maybe. I think like they are responsible for a lot of the development and testing and knowledge that we have now. We wouldn't have otherwise had if it hadn't been for a couple of pot growers that. Yeah.
A lot of the people in our community are cannabis people, and they're willing to learn what makes good to make good cannabis you need good soil. To make good cannabis you need the best nutrients, the best knowledge about plants, the best knowledge about the lighting, best knowledge about, and they like anything that's out there to experiment on, they experiment with it and they try it out, and they tried on this batch and they tried on that batch, and they have the money to do that. And even if they don't have the money to do it, they want the best stuff. And so we have a lot of respect for cannabis in that way. But as I said, it's a love-hate relationship with it because I also know, so I used to live in a co-op with 100 people. There were a lot of drug dealers there, a lot of cannabis smokers, and to quote my ex at the time, like I actually asked him to choose pot or me, because when he would smoke pot, he would smoke so much of it all the time, and people who smoke 24/7, a lot of it, and I apologize that this is you, and it may not be true for you, and it's not true for everyone, but there are a lot of people, and in fact, we just met a girl who we just recently adopted, which I hope, hey, girl, if you ever see this, please get back in contact, because we lost touch with her a few weeks ago, and I'm really worried about her. But she, I never saw this look in her eye. But there are a lot of people, when they smoke all the time, there's a glaze, that they're just an emptiness, that their eyes just sort of fade out. And back in college, when I used to experiment, I one time wigged out. When I was doing a drug, I was doing LSD, I think. I don't remember now. But I remember seeing my boyfriend at the time smoking pot, and his eyes glazed over, and I remember freaking out, going, oh my God, somebody stole my boyfriend. And so it's a love-hate relationship. I have so much respect for it. I often think about giving some to my mom to help with her anxiety, although I remember in friends who made them more paranoid or less paranoid. It can go either way, and I suppose it depends on which kind. There's so many different types of cannabis now that it's like it's more like connoisseur than coffee, I think now. So I love it and I hate it. I'm sending peace to your day. I apologize. I'll try to change my wording. It's hard to say this all because when I type the text, it cuts you off. Yeah, I know. That sucks. You know what I was thinking about doing? And I don't know if you would have been interested in this, but and I don't know if you'd be interested in doing this live. And actually, if you are, let us know. So I was thinking, I can't afford to do, to get a Zoom, to do the infinite Zoom time, because I think it's like $20 a month or something, where right now every penny is counting. But I was thinking of doing on these lives where I would offer people a Zoom link, but the Zoom for free only is 40 minutes. And I was thinking that we could, if I could figure out how to do the Zoom and put the Zoom call live. So if you're ever interested in doing a live Zoom with us live in public, that would be kind of fun. We we actually started joining another podcast with the oil and other soil people. We're doing a live podcast with them. I'm not part of that one. Kiddo's involved in that one because I'm not. My knowledge of soil is actually limited. What is going on? The cat's fine. She likes to sit on the windowsill.
Yeah, do not sit on the window. Yeah, alright.
What's going on?
She was sticking her head through right there.
Oh, thank you, Mom. Yeah. Whoa, that was bad. I forgot that they removed the screen. We're 2 stories up, so that would have been really sad if the cat had...
I mean, she would have made the jump just fine, but...
Yeah, she probably would have survived it just fine. Oh, thank you, Mom, for calling that to our attention. Yeah. I'm sending peace to your day. I know I never shopped in Perfect. Know nothing about it. Ever since Walmart treated me like that, I hated shopping there before. Never shopped there and refused to get them my money. Give them the best because at least he's building a rocket ship. You know, I agree with you, except it is cheap food. And when you have no money, beggars can't really be choosers. We have a friend, as I said, who helps us out with groceries, and you know what we get. We can put in requests, but they shop for themselves, and then they also shop for us. And sometimes we get what's on our wish list, and sometimes we don't. Yeah, actually, he's getting better about getting stuff on our wish list. But we went from being purely organic, regenerative grown food to like, oh, well, it put food in our belly and it's calories, yay. So we had to learn how to be less picky.
Probably a good skill.
Yes, it is a good skill. Awesome people to meet. Don't even ever go back to or whatever you were just talking about. It's straight. I don't know what you were referring to in the don't go back to that or whatever you were just talking about, and don't ever mention that or manifest that because it's straight B. So you'll have to remind me what I was talking about there. I'm glad you got rid of this woman, dude. If you watch this because she is an awesome person. Yeah, that's true. One person's trash is another person's treasure. I need to, or a social thing. Like a social drinker. Yeah. Yeah. Please don't ever ask me or Kiddo to smoke, because, I don't know. Is that something you're ever going to try, do you think? No. Kiddo doesn't. He doesn't even drink. I will drink a sip of wine, but Kiddo's... I guess he just don't relate to the concept of it. It's a lot, I have to admit, it's a lot more fun to be the person who's sober around everybody else who's doing stuff, because for me, I get contact highs off of people. Like, I used to love being around drunk people, especially in the old days. So so something to know about me, and I don't know if it's been told on this. Oh, actually, Daniel, you should know this about before we do any phone calls or anything. I record everything. Everything in life is recorded for me. It's my OCD thing, and it's all noise because we record so much. I mean, we record, I think Eagle said we take over 10,000 photographs. How many photographs in a day? Over 1,000 photographs a day, over 8 hours of video a day, sometimes 15 hours of video. So it's all recorded. And where was I going with that? Why was I mentioning this? Why was I mentioning this?
Talking about recording?
Yeah, why did I get on that topic? I was going somewhere with that thought, and I don't remember what. We were talking about special treasures, special smoke to social drinking. I was talking about social stuff. I suppose you know what I was talking about. Why was I talking about?
Something about.
Oh, giving people cameras, right? Yes.
That's where you go with that. That's
Yeah,
funny.
yeah. Huh?
That's funny.
Yeah. So,
That's a funny one.
used to love going around drunk people, and especially back in the day. 'Cause I've always been a photographer, so I was chief photographer in middle school and high school and stuff like that. So it was, when I remember when I got my first camera, I was all excited about recording things, like just taking snapshots. But that was before the day of video. And then when the world of video came along, woohoo, it was like, yes, baby. And the best thing in the world was to give drunk people cameras. And I don't know if I still have that footage, but I pray to goodness
that'd be amazing.
that would be so amazing if I still have all that footage. And it hasn't been... Huh. No, I know that we have all these negatives from back then. But anyways, if I ever do find them, I so want to get it all, because a lot of it hadn't been, what's the word, when you have negatives and you, what is the word? When you go to a dark screen, when you get it darkened, when you go to a dark
room?
Yeah, but what is it?
Developed.
Developed. It hasn't been developed. But if we have any of that old footage, I think it would be so cool to get all the old footage of my college friends and yeah. Not blackmail anybody, just post it on my Facebook and be like, hey, find yourself from the old days.
Whiff of nostalgia.
You need one of those. I hope and try to overthink it. When we actually get to talk with each other, will we have contact? Where's recording? Yes, we are always recorded, and that's that's what I tell Vic. I have. You have no idea how many friends that we have that are camera friends. In fact, actually, my ex turned out he was a camera chef, which is probably one of the reasons why he divorced me. Because I was always a camera video person, but then what happened? Oh, and then I had an experience. We used to go to New York for his work all the time. And when we were in New York, I had a sensory shutdown experience where I don't know if you know anything about sensory processing disorders, but after a long day or a long week of no food, no sleep, just stress for a whole week, we were in New York and I just dealt with a catastrophe. And we walked out into the airport, and I couldn't see. I mean, I could see, but I couldn't see. I couldn't process anything I was seeing. I couldn't process the sound I was seeing. And so the only way we got me from the hotel, I mean, there's a lot more details to the story that I'm leaving out, but we got me from the airport to the hotel was basically this 8-year-old kid. Eagle was 8 at the time, and he was leading me around with I looked at the world through the camera, and that was the only way I could look. I couldn't barely open my eyes, but I looked at the world through this camera and held my kid's arm while he dragged us around the subway system to the hotels. And so all of a sudden, my ex went from knowing me with the camera to where I then became full-time with the camera, because after that I never fully disappeared without the camera. That was how I interacted with the world after that. So it was the kind of the turning point of full-time, and that was a little bit much for him. So, because I'm also, that's an unfortunate thing. This is one of the reasons why I say people cannot live with me, because I am a micromanager, and it's even more so when I've got that camera on and I'm directing life, because I feel so out of control in life that when I put that camera in there, then I can pretend that I have some say over the world, which even though I don't, but and I know that constantly that I've no say. Although if you believe the people who do the manifesting, you can say that you you're God and you can control the world. So, yeah. You want me to know that? Don't be a creep, and I'm not a creep. I'm just some dude like Lebowski. Lebowski, man. Yeah, I haven't actually seen that movie in a very long time. I need to go see that. You just stopped your chat. I don't know. You just stopped your chat just to let me know that I was being recorded. Why? Oh no. Oh, I was going on the recording thing to, yeah, because I was talking about the, why I had fun at, enjoyed Drunk People was to recording. And I always have to go into that because there are usually 3 things that stop people from being friends with us. And one is that I'm always with my family. And especially people who are interested in just me, that's a deal breaker for a lot of people. The second thing is that I record everything in life, and that's also very uncomfortable for a lot of people. And so I have to, oh no, this is shutting down. Oh no, the chat just shut down. Yeah, that was out of battery. So can you pull up the chat for me? Oh no, shoot, I just lost, that means I lost the notice on it. Shit. That really sucks. Oh, but you said that the chat is on. It's saved, okay. But no, but not the whole chat because the people who deleted the comments earlier. Oh shit. Sorry, I'm going through.
It in, like, that long, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's really upsetting to me. Oh, why did that phone? Why was it so low in batteries?
Because you've been going for.
Oh, that's okay. Now you're gonna see me. You're gonna see me upset Daniel for a minute because I just lost something. So I was recording the chat, and even though I know that there is a chat online on YouTube, and he's gonna pull up the chat for me on. Can you do that on there? Does it be faster to do on this one? So something I don't to handle well is loss of any kind. I do not handle loss. Oh. We also lost our phone, our computer, Wi-Fi?
No, this is his phone.
Alright, try this one. Oh, that's so upsetting to me. Ah. I hate loss of any kind. That's the reason why I'm a pack rat. That's why I record everything. That's why and one of the hardest things for me is when I lose a video, or lose data, or lose things. And by the way, is the air conditioner not on or something? Because it's really hot in here. Or am I just going through menopause and I'm having one of those hot moments? Are you trying to see which one's...
Live chat. Small.
Huh?
I don't know, you got the big version.
What do you mean?
For the phone, you had a big version of the chat, right? You see, like, the ones.
Yeah. Alright, well, I have the last little bits of your chat, and I think I was caught up in that, so I don't know, you just stopped your chat to let me know I was being recorded and wonder who, why. But I don't want to be recorded to the sense that it can be reused into a form of you all to make money, because I'm not here. This is a huge weird thing to me, this social media thing. And I say it's all good all the time, and if it's not, eventually it will be. Okay, well, that's cool. Yeah, no, I don't record when I'm having a private conversation with somebody. It gets recorded, but not for use for public stuff, unless we are doing a public Zoom. And then if we were doing a public Zoom, then it would get, well, like this YouTube Live. It's something that the whole world will see. So, yeah, the social thing. Although, you know, you take that with a grain of salt, because how many people are actually going to listen to this YouTube channel all the way through? Most people, when they look at a YouTube channel, they look at the first 15 seconds. And it says that you got a view, but really all they saw was the first 15 seconds. So it's, so never be afraid of what is being said on here, because chances of people actually listening to the whole YouTube is live is like probably not going to happen. Although that being said, I am mindful of what I say on there because you should be mindful of what you say all the time, I think, because you never know. People can use the world against you, I suppose. Although, I can't live in fear of that. Like, yeah, we've been recording ourselves for so long now that I really, like, other than a fear of my ex, which is irrational, mostly because I feel weird about him knowing about my life. I personally don't think that he would ever actually sit down and listen to all this stuff, but you never know. And so there are times in my life where I'm mindful of like, okay, well, imagine if he was sitting down and listening to this, what would I want him to hear? Or some of my old friends. Like, as I said, I'm more comfortable on this than in person because I think people judge in person. But I am mindful, like, I often don't post my videos on my social pages because for a while I was uncomfortable with, like if my sister were to ever listen to all of it, or if my relatives, or you need some toilet paper?
No, but you don't have any.
Oh, hey, did we have a roll? Okay, next time she goes. Yeah, okay, I'm starting to wear out a little bit, I think. I think that also that loss of that video really, that Mobazin really bothered me. I don't handle loss well at all. Like, at all. I don't handle loss well at all. Like, the smaller things do me under. So I don't think there is a way of going back and cutting out the information. Yeah, the lives, as I said, you got to be mindful of and I really don't think anybody's going to read it. But yeah, I don't think there is a way of cutting out anything. Yeah. Yeah. So I think the big thing for loss is just putting loss into perspective, maybe. You can never get rid of the pain of loss. It never goes away. You'll need to accept that pain is always there. And it just, over time, well, it doesn't always time, like PTSD. When you have PTSD loss, you can relive that any moment. Like, for the longest time, I could not handle the sound of a knock on a door. Actually, even like, it was a few months ago, I hear door knocks on a TV show, and I have instant PTSD where I reflash and relive all of that, the heart palpitations and the reliving the moments of the very moment when we got the what was it, whatever my exes sent us or something. Divorce papers. When was it the divorce papers that did it? It was other stuff. I don't remember now. It's really weird. I don't remember what caused the trauma, but I remember the trauma of the sensation of the body, of the dread of knowing that somebody knocking on the door was something awful. And then it kept getting compounded, like, you know, when it was the people getting after us for the yard because we hadn't taken care of the yard because we were too depressed to take care of the yard, or maybe it was, and then later on when we lost the house, it was the people coming and saying we lost the house and we had to move. And, you know, lots of good things that come when people knock on the door, but lots of bad things happen too. So I have this PTSD about it, and it's kind of like the same thing with loss, though, that you learn to make it your best friend, I think. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm talking bullshit. Sorry. Yes, paranoia is a destroyer. Yeah, I try very hard. Mom is a very paranoid person, and we try very hard not to have that in us. But yeah, it's, you know, but you also have to be mindful of the world, and the reality of the world is that it's a harsh world out there, so you balance it. It's a balance, I think. I enjoyed our time together too. Thank you very much. And yeah, that was cool. Yeah. So I imagine though that you are probably also getting a little bit exhausted. It's I put a lot of energy into these things, so I should probably do some get off soon and do some check-in. The reason why I'm upset about the loss of the thing, it's actually really funny. There were a couple of deleted comments. Oh, I should have restarted the Mobizen right then. Damn. I'll never get to see what those deleted comments were. I was thinking earlier in the talk that the person who deleted their comments, oh yay, I get to see the deleted comments later when I watched the recording of it. But we lost it when my phone ran out of batteries. I lost the recording of it, and I'm really pissed because I don't ever get to see what those people wrote. I don't suppose you were online when they were there, see what they had written. Yeah, I relate to that, where when nobody knocks on the door, and yeah, that's nice. Yeah, that's one of the best reasons for becoming a hermit, and that was actually one of the reasons why I wanted to become a hermit, was just to not have people knock on the door. Because when we have things like yesterday, we had to cancel a friend coming over because our sleep schedule is all over the place, and we had to say, no, you can't come over because sleep was more important and we needed sleep. So, but like, that's the reason why I try not to commit to specific times anymore, because whenever I commit to a time, most likely we have to change the time. So when we set up times to meet and talk, we'll have to be, it's very play by ear, spontaneous moments. Yes, you say that now. Yeah. Did you ever get your glass of water, by the way? So, if you haven't, take a moment while I'm drinking my water to go get your glass of water, because I need a break for a minute and I need to sip the water. Thank you again for the $5. All right, well, even if we are going to stay online, 3 things need to happen if I'm going to stay on this phone. 1, I'm going to restart this other Mobizen. And yeah, so hey, you know what? If you ever do join me for live, periodically, so I don't have, yeah. What do you mean transmission was aborted? Why? Oh, because... Interesting.
Did it just end the live?
I think it ended it for a second, and the question is, did it go back on? So, hey, Daniel, if you're there, let me know if, did the live go off? Okay, I'm still on the phone, so. Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, we'll make it happen, Daniel. Especially if you're paying me. If you're paying me, I make things happen. Because that is, oh, you know, a great motivator, sadly. I do wonder, though, if I was a billionaire, if it would be as much of a motivator.
That's how much they pay you.
Well, no, I think, though, then the motivator would be helping people out and just wanting to help people out. I think I'd like to believe that about myself, at least. You made some cereal. Yes, and cereal does have fluids in it, which is good, and I guess it's a start. But you also need to have some fluids, hopefully. I need some fluids. I'm going to drink my water. And I'm going to stretch backwards. And I probably take the phone with me so that I won't lose there. Oh, you know what? I just realized, Eagle, Mom walked out the room. We need to make sure she's got something on her. Either you're going to hop up or I'm going to hop up. One of us has to hop up, though. I'm going to close my eyes for a minute. Eagle, I give you 6 seconds to get up or I'm going to go myself. Thank you. Alright, I'm going to close my eyes for a minute. Stretch. What time did I wake up? What time is it now? Yeah, so our sleep schedules all turn around. So technically it's bedtime for me. Where is she? Which part of the hallway? Eagle. The T? Is she heading down there?
She's untangling the window.
She's what?
Untangling the
That's cool.
thing for the curtains.
Is the cat out there?
Yeah.
Is the maid's out there? The maids aren't out there? What day is today? So with enough practice, theoretically, I can become like Tony Robbins that goes 12 hours straight. Not there yet. Alright, I know that you're probably writing comments. I can't see the comments on this phone, so... I need to sit back for a minute and stretch my back out. I'm not actually stretching my back out. It's
Should we do the comments?
unlocking. Yes.
What was the last one you wrote?
I don't know.
I really love cereal. I know it's probably sprayed with a bunch of stuff, and it's all good. I don't really concentrate too much on that. I like organic foods, but it's hard to live like that unless you grow your own. I need to grow my own stuff. So I went to buy some land and start a little community, but I'm looking for random places and it's really hard. I want to get back to Oregon. I have nothing else going on, just chilling. You're good, it skipped. You're amazing still. My sciatica is all funked. Something going on back there.
I know about sciatica. I've had that 4 times. And that statement that the chiropractor once told me that it's not curable is BS. It is curable momentarily. And it actually is curable, because sciatica is curable. Just gotta do a buttload of butt exercises and squats and mindfulness of how you pick up things. It's just something that comes and goes. Yes, but I've had a sciatica 4 times. The last time was really scary. Oh my gosh. I thought I was going to lose my right leg because the nerves were impinged and I couldn't feel, like I literally couldn't stand on my leg without pins and needles. Like I could feel, but I could feel pins and needles. And at one point, I think I almost actually did lose feeling in my leg, and that freaked the crap out of me. I was like, oh no, I've lost my leg, because I couldn't feel, because the nerves were so impinged. What did I do that time? That time I think I healed it with just lots and lots of water. Yeah, so each time I had it, I did different things to heal it. First time, oddly enough, I was at massage school when I got it. Not sure if I remember the second time. The third and fourth time were scary though. And I'm pretty certain that I got it the 4th time from just doing a squat. I did a frog squat. And then the next day I had it. And I was like, crap. So yeah, when you're getting started listening to your body again, you gotta go slow as you can. Gentle. And if you have any trauma in your body, it helps to address that too. Because alright, I need to see the comments. It feels blind when I don't see the comments, so I'm gonna see if I can put the comments here. Back to Oregon. Please make it go away. Yeah, I totally relate to that. If I could pay $1,000. You paying someone $1,000? Sorry, what? Heck, for $1,000, you could fly down to Houston and oh wait, I'm not allowed to charge people. Damn. Seriously? Not at one time, right? That's just like accumulated. Pick up a cooler and pop, and that was Easter with my family. Yep. Yeah. You pick up something, you tweak it. You could, like, I think one of the times, I think the third time, all I did was twist. I did a twist and a bend. Like, I remember I twisted my body and I leaned down, and I went near, and that was it. Let's see if I can do this. So, yeah. Yeah, I really need to become certified again so I can get paid that much. Except I just don't believe in the rules and the laws that they have to do that certification. Oh, look, you can see my white hair. Look at that. Look at that. Mom doesn't believe I'm 50. This is my proof that I'm 50 years old. Right there. Look at it. Ta-da! Isn't that pretty? What you eating, Mom? What are you doing? At what? So sciatica. So the thing that helped me the third time when I was getting rid of sciatica is Hannah Somatics. Hannah Somatics. Hanna Somatics. And no, I said Hannah Somatics. Somatics. What is that?
I'm sure there was some kind of cookie or something.
Yes. Oh yeah, you're welcome
like
to.
the idea
Yeah.
of that, and this is, torn egg also. But it should not be in the, what do you call it, refrigerator. This one, I guess I could wash it and maybe use it for something else.
Yep.
Okay.
Isn't she pretty? Grandma's pretty.
Yeah.
You see yourself in the mirror? Or no, you're looking out the window. Can you see yourself on here? Say hi.
Yeah. Oh, I look old.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little old lady. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta celebrate that.
Ooh.
Yeah. Gotta
Nice,
celebrate.
but isn't it nice outside?
It is nice outside.
It's gorgeous.
Oh, I can't show outside. Oh.
Oh,
Do you have a camera? I'm looking at the cloud. Can I have a camera and take a video of the
I
cloud?
looked even this on the side, not just the building, but on the other side.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
We have
how
these cool,
gorgeous
really
it is.
cool palm trees that have lots of fruit on them. It's really beautiful.
Oh, really? Oh, you're taking a
But I can't
photo.
post that publicly, so I'll have to send that a private picture later.
Well, let me have a private picture. So I would love to have that. So I can try and see if I can imitate it at Timberlake. I may not be able to, but I can try. Okay?
So anyways, yeah,
Imitate
I feel like I'm here in the valley.
I mean, that's on outside until now.
And I spared along here. Ooh, wow, that's really cool. Donating your hair. Huh. Fascinating. I thought there would be peace over here, like chaos. Yes, chaos follows you wherever you are. Lots of rocks and a pine cone I could show you. And plants, I don't know, just like stuff you know. Yes. Yes. I agree with. Yes. Sorry if I start to get less talkative as I wind down. No, I am not bipolar. I just have limited energy where I can get really hyper with people, and then I gotta have my moments where I lay back and just exist. Anyways, sciatica. Water, lots and lots and lots and lots of water, especially if it is a herniated disc. The fourth time I had it, it turned out that I think it was actually caused by the psoas muscle, because I'm pretty certain that the way I got rid of it the fourth time was I did some super, super deep tissue with on the psoas. Now, when I say deep tissue, I do not mean going and getting a deep tissue massage. It is actually really hilarious. I used to be a deep tissue, my specialty used to be deep tissue massage. And when I went to massage school, I ended up destroying my arm, of all things. And when I left massage school, I ended up almost like really destroying my arm because I tried to heal what was wrong with my arm with deep tissue and ended up damaging it even more. So now it's really strange. I went from being a deep tissue connoisseur to being very anti-deep tissue massage. Especially, I've seen so many YouTube videos where I've watched deep tissue being done, and I'm going, oh my gosh, don't touch that person's body, and how can they give you a license and not me a license, because you're gonna like destroy them. And the reason why people have for licenses are required for massage therapists is because things like that, where they, this is telling me to rotate the screen. The screen orientation cannot be rotated after broadcast has begun. Yeah, I don't care. Okay. I was sorry, I got distracted by this message. Oh, maybe I should sit up. You know what? I should do a dragon. I should do a dragon pose. Let's switch the camera around. Oh. Let's see. Okay. Make sure I'm covered properly. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's so much better for my back. Okay. Anyways, what was I saying? No, not anymore. Not unless you're going out with her. Deep tissue, yeah. Yeah.
Does she know where to pee?
Huh?
Does she know where to pee?
Yeah, she pees in here.
Hmm?
Make sure she pees in here. She stays in here to pee.
So, she sent her to you?
No, she knows where to pee. She just wants to go out there because it's fun out there for her. I have no idea what I was talking about. Deep tissue. Do you remember what I was talking about?
I want to go outside.
Oh, watching YouTube people do deep tissue.
Being like,
Yeah, it's insane what they do. Like I'm watching the YouTuber like potentially leave that person's back completely bruised, and it's like, no. I want to yank their hands off that person's back because I know how much damage they could do. And theoretically they have the training and they know what they're doing, but I'm watching them and I'm going, no, you're bruising that person. That's how I bruised my arm, and maybe that person's going to be okay, maybe not, but lay down, have my knees on the end of the bed. Lay down and have my knees on the end of the bed, and on my stomach, and just my feet hang off. Yeah, I think that's what I'm doing right now. Am I doing that? Well, they're not. Yeah, they're hanging off the bed. Yeah. Yeah. Be your bodyguard if you be my long lost pal. Do you know any martial arts to be a bodyguard? Anyways, don't do deep tissue on yourself with people doing it. So instead, when I say deep tissue, so what I did on the fourth time I had the sciatica, because for me, the fourth time, I'm pretty sure it was the psoas muscle that was tweaking me out, and I still have issues. I still have to be careful. I'm trying to learn how to squat again, but I have to be so careful because I do not, like, the last thing in the world I can afford is to have sciatica again. Although right now I'm not really that active, so I could probably get away with it. But that one was bad. But the thing I did was I got a tennis ball, and I just rolled around on the tennis ball, on the psoas muscles and the whole glutes, like entire glutes. I just rolled around for like 30 minutes. It was extremely painful, but and I did that, and I had a one of those long, I don't know if you've seen them. They're these long tubes. Yeah, I happen to know the name of it.
foam roller.
Foam rollers, yeah, foam roller. And it was, yes, we're all laying here together like this. Anyway, so yeah, I just rolled around. So imagine that this is the foam roller, and I just put the foam roller on my back, but where I'm laying on my back, not where I'm laying on my stomach. And I rolled up and down on the foam roller. And I also did a lot of things where I put the foam roller like on the vertical, like parallel to my spinal cord, and then just stretch out my back a little bit like that too. I did a lot of stretching open back muscles so that they could be used again. But yeah, each time it was different of how I ended up healing it. Hannah Semantics, lots of water. Like the full glass of water 5 times a day, maybe? I don't know. A lot of water to help. And I read that it was supposed to help with if it's a herniated disc, it's supposed to help with that situation. My phone is not turning back on, Eagle. I don't want to lose the phone. Can't lose phones. Oh. He knows some kung fu fighting. Yay! Not a very good fighter. I am more gentle. The other physical therapist didn't want to touch me because they wanted a doctor order. But this guy was actually trying to adjust me. Sports athlete. Fascinating. Hey, can you get some recording of it when they do that next time and play it for me? I want to see what they're doing. And then I can give my own thoughts and opinions about it. Not that I'm a doctor or know anything. Gotta do the whole legality thing. Not again. Man, it needs to go away. I should have. Salt. I bet that helps a lot, actually. Saltwater therapy? Yeah, I can imagine that helping a lot. Said to do, rub a tennis ball underneath your feet. Yeah, now, feet's one thing. Try the glutes. It's painful. But so worth it. The guy did needle acupuncture. Okay, hold on. We gotta pause for a minute because the cat's meowing at us.
Are you hungry, Lily?
Mommy, yeah. Okay, it's my turn. I'm gonna feed. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go feed the cat for a minute. I had Kiddo get up and do all the feeding with Mom and stuff, but I thought I would be easier and feed the cat. Repositioning this shirt since I'm not. There we go. 1, 2, 3. 1 dive. Oh. Yeah, get yourself a foam roller if you can. Yeah, so I agree with you about the water taste. So my ideal day, if I could do it right, would have it where I'd have 1 cup of this cool garlic, cinnamon, turmeric mixture that I mix together. And then I have 1 glass of that for my heart and for my health and my brain.
Yeah.
And my blood sugar. Yes? Yes. Oh, did you ever put toilet paper in there? Hold on a second. Oh, wash your hands, please. Soap and water. Wash your hands with soap and water, please.
Wait. First, get enough water. I don't want to wipe my nose.
So we become paranoid and stuff, making sure she always washes her hands after she goes to the restroom. But anyways, so I was telling you, huh? Yeah.
Lots of glasses, but you're wearing one.
So the mixture of the garlic powder, cinnamon, and turmeric powder. And then another glass later on in the day of cardamom yeah. Back in the day, I used to have bulk of lemon balm and bulk of chamomile, and so I'd have a glass of that. But that's what I say I'm going to do, or would love to do, and well, right now we don't even have lemon balm or chamomile or anything. But I did make sure that we got some, even though I don't have any of my wonderful pantry of supplies anymore, I did get the garlic and I did get the cinnamon, because I don't go to a doctor for my blood sugar and my heart and all that stuff, so I do it controlled with diet and stuff. Love my energy. What energy? I am totally... Oh no, the storage space running out. Not now. Okay. Eagle, is this the phone that they got no space on it?
I cleared all the phones out.
Which one is this? This number 2. Oh. Right. Gigabytes. Oh. Am I back? Yeah, I'm back. What is high? Oh, oops. Did I just turn off the thing? Sorry, I'm having technical issues here. Okay, so the live is still going. I don't know if I don't. There's still a lot of stuff I don't understand with these lives. Whoa, that is trippy. Hey, Eagle?
Mm-hmm.
Is it just me, or is the screen doing really weird things with the face? Did that glitch just happen? Did you see the glitch on there?
A bit of data loss in fact coming up.
That's weird stuff. Oh. There's nothing special about this special healing drinks. I just take the garlic and I go garlic powder, and I get the cinnamon and I go, and I take the, what do you call it, the turmeric, and I just go like that, and yeah, just a sprinkle of each, and sometimes it tastes good and sometimes it doesn't, and you never know when it's gonna. I don't do measurement ingredients. It's like how I used to make biscuits. I used to make muffins. I used to make these great nutrient muffins for Mom, and I really should. Unfortunately, we don't have an oven anymore. It is nice having this kit, the hotel, with the stuff we get, but we don't have access to an oven. Not that I've ever had an oven, but I used to have at least one of those, what do you call those little tiny toaster ovens? That kind of worked. But anyways, I used to make biscuits with all these quinoa and teff seeds and something called KUNAI or something, I don't remember. All this fancy stuff. I just put all the ingredients together, and there was no recipe. It was just sort of, this is what went in it today. Oh, by the way, you asked what my sign was. I'm a December baby. given time. Whoa. The deductible for healthcare was, yeah. Yeah, I don't know anything about signs, so yeah, that's going to go over my head in terms of what each sign is. I never followed all of that. Oh.
Why are you crying?
I'm not crying, I was yawning. Yes, I was yawning. I want to put my head down for just a minute. Oh. We're going to have to think about bedtime soon. Hey, Mama, are you getting tired yet?
No. Just you don't have the right food.
I'm sorry, what?
You don't have the right food.
What food are we missing?
The only thing I found was a tortilla.
What is it that you would like?
Some kind of meat, some kind of vegetable.
Can you warm up a chicken stick for her? Yes, but she needs to eat every hour. Hey, I have a question, Daniel. When your mom was near the end, or like, was she having to eat every like 2 hours? It's insane.
Are you talking to me or you?
Yeah. No, I was not crying. I was just yawning.
Who are you talking to?
I am talking to this interesting person named Daniel. He says hi to you.
Who's Daniel?
Somebody we met online just now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Does he know
Can
me?
you see her?
Does he know me?
He is. Well, we can't see him right now, but he can see you. You can wave hi if you want.
Hi, Daniel. Daniel?
Yeah, that's his name.
Okay. Come on over.
He lives in Virginia, Mama.
Nonetheless, he can come.
Oh.
Airplane
So
and
it
come back
is
here.
gonna be our bedtime soon-ish. Let's see, we woke up. Eagle says we woke up around midnight.
Is he coming?
Really, I felt like we went.
Yeah. Ask him, is he coming?
Not right now, Mama.
Why not? Ask him. No, I might not be here all summer long.
Yeah, where are you gonna be?
Go back. Back to where I came from.
Where did you come from?
Oh, no. Don't you know where I came from?
Yes, I do.
What?
You've been with me for the last decade. You've been with me for the last 50 years.
Okay, we said that guy to go ahead and come over. And he comes over, I might take a reroute my way
Yeah.
home.
I have to wait till she goes to sleep, otherwise she won't let me close the windows. Yeah, I was actually thinking it's not quiet time, because a lot of times when she falls asleep, it's because, like, Eagle and I go on these meetings with people. Huh?
What did you say? His name was
Daniel?
Daniel? What's the last name? If you know something.
I'm not going to put that on the YouTube. We're doing a YouTube live right now.
So why is it? Just talk to me. What is his middle name or maiden name?
I'm not going to disclose that. I can't just talk to you. Anything I'm saying right now, everything we say right now is being recorded.
Why?
Because we're live. We're interacting with people on the computer or on the
You should
phone.
not be turning it into something like that. You can turn it off.
Well, so right now I'm making a video to try to tell people about our services.
What is the service?
Listening services. Yeah, I may have to rip this up soon. Not because she needs to get sleep, but because she needs to have a chance to talk for a while. And half the things that she talks about, I can't necessarily have on public. Yeah. Wait, you know me? Yeah? Yeah. I'm not sure if I... I'm not sure if I'm following your point here.
Well, all men should have a goal. What kind of work they want, who they want to be, where to be, and what's the future. You know, they should tell you. You don't know.
What's on your bucket? What are some of your goals, Mama?
My goal?
Yeah.
To be able to travel to and from at least once a year to here, back to Kimberly, so I can keep growing and to expand my land. Because I will have relatives, and I may have my own children, and I may want to go ahead and succeed and have a better home or love or whatever, you know, to produce food for his family and be able to sell some of it, make money out of it. Or if he likes traveling, the whole family can travel. They probably would love that. But they still need, from time to time, to stop by at the home and rest for a little bit and see what their plants are doing or what other pets they have. They're still alive or not. And then go forward, continue traveling or settle down. Look forward to it.
Do we have a recorder back next door?
As you get older,
Where is the recorder? There you go. Double check to make sure it's on. Is it on? Sorry, I went quiet for a little while so I could let her talk and hear what she has to say. I don't know if you could hear her.
you know, just as I look outside the window, I see all the beautiful homes, but I don't see that many people walking. And I don't know if they can really be able to manage living in those tall buildings. So that's expensive. And that means that the land around it is also probably 3 or 4 times more than it was at the very beginning. And I love the land. And the plants already. I even like the buildings. But I don't want to be just one person out of the building. I really own the building. All the building.
Can you actually hear her, David? I think you can hear. I think you can hear what Mom's saying.
Not only that, I'm sure, you know, once it starts growing, the more parks, all the green parks, the green trees may start disappearing. But you want to see them later.
Yeah, so Mom is not somebody we can travel with anymore.
It's sort of like the River Oaks area in
Um,
Florida. Looks like even the River Oaks is for those people who really have money and have the best homes, best furniture, best of everything. So every state they probably has some wealthy people. They own quite a bit. You don't want to work. They stay home and rear your kids. Eventually you should marry somebody who will produce enough income for the family and the young kids stay at home while they're growing up. I need to cover myself. You have a new blanket.
Yeah, you're actually sleeping on the blanket right now. Can I
I
have
know,
you?
but I don't know how to do it.
I need you to-
I don't want to get the mattress dirty, so that's why I like this. But I also want to cover myself like that.
Okay, well, I need to actually have you stand up so that I can get you under the blanket.
What blanket?
You're actually on the blanket right now?
Huh?
You're actually on the blanket right now? Yeah, that's the blanket.
Yeah, but see over here, it's not the blanket.
Well, this is.
So,
Can I have you stand up?
is it gonna change everything?
Yeah.
Okay, and take move my socks in my hand so it doesn't get up. My socks and,
Hey, Daniel, I think we're gonna wrap it up.
who's Daniel?
A friend of ours.
Do I know him?
You're gonna meet him eventually. Well, he gets to see you right now. You can wave hi to him if you want.
Oh, hi, but I don't know where he is.
He's in Virginia. But I think we're gonna wrap it up so that I can concentrate on getting her to sleep and also the cats meowing, and I'm starting to get a little overwhelmed with everything coming in at me. So I have your information on Cash App, and I will send you a text. Probably not within the next hour because I want to take care of Mom, but maybe sometime in the next 24 hours. Expect a message from us. You have our phone number, or you gave us your phone number, so we will send a text to your phone number. And
If he wants to travel, he can go visit me.
and we will, and I will make sure. Now, I can't verify that I got your number, but you put the number in there, and so I think I can send you a message if necessary too on there. So, okay, so I'm gonna give you a big hug, put your arms around you, and know you are not a failure because you got to this moment, and that makes you a success because you got to this moment in time. And you know, I definitely recommend the crying about if you're remembering your mom and you're feeling the loss. And something that I hope to encourage you to do is maybe start writing the story about your mama. And like, I don't know if you ever write blogs or anything, but just writing the story down, and maybe even if all you end up sharing it was just us, or if you want to share it with the world too, you know. So, pull the blanket. Well, yeah, I tried. There's issues when I pull the blanket over her, then later on she complains about it. So in order to deal with later arguments, I have to get her to stand up to prevent future upsets. So anyways, yeah, so we're going to be in touch with you, Daniel, and maybe you'll join us for the next live. I kind of switch around which channel I'm on of where I do the live. Sometimes I do it here, sometimes I do it on the Body Mind Listening, sometimes I do it on the Friends Reveries, and I have a lot of YouTube channels. So when we send you a link, we'll send you a link to all the YouTube channels.
He can come
Okay.
and park here.
All right, lots of love. Mwah, mwah. Give yourself a big hug and a squish, and remember to go have a beautiful day today, and to stretch. Yes,
I have to tell him to he can come and park there.
I know, Mama, but he's not. Doesn't live in the state. But let me wrap this up, Mama.
Okay.
Okay, so
What is this?
and I don't know if you like dancing, but like do some dancing jig today, or do some writing. Do some writing and tell us. Write down the story about your mama, and have a good cry, and we will talk to you later. Lots of love. Mwah. I will give her a big hug for you, I promise. All right, and we will talk to you soon. All right. And I never know how to end this thing. Oh, right. Okay. All right. Well, give yourself one big birthday hug, Daniel. And a big smile throughout the day as you write the story about your mama. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.
Tell him, come ready and face